Big deep breaths. Right then.
Right. An icon on this show. I'm very excited to have this man here. He was a founding member of So Solid Crew, probably one of the most influential music groups in British music industry. They platinum album on their first album, 11 top 10 hits.
I'm listening to his research and I'm
No, it's going.
Is this me?
Mobos, Brit Awards, amazing. Yeah. On top of this, also Chelsea as a youngster, Aldershot Town.
Yeah.
Played for AFC Wimbledon.
Yeah. Barnet.
And you got Lewis, two promotions at Lewis.
Correct, yeah.
And also, which was amazing, you've been on the West End.
Yeah.
In
Mental.
Daddy Cool.
Yeah.
And you got a Best Actor nomination.
In the same category as Patrick Swayze and Kevin Spacey.
Unbelievable.
Mental.
And you also play in Inter Legends, charity team, where I have to keep you very calm because you get really, really passionate about playing and not losing. And we'll go into that later. But Harvey, it's an absolute honour to have you on the show.
Really is.
Pleasure.
I'm really excited for this conversation.
I'm excited because I'm like literally living out my Panini book with Macca sitting right in front of me. I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm sitting opposite Craig McKell Smith because anyone that knows me, they know I just love football.
Yeah.
So it's hand in hand. Appreciate the adulation, man. I was like, geez, that's me. I've done a lot, innit?
Yeah.
But obviously being opposite you two, it's phenomenal because it reminds me of, like I said, Ensley League Extra, if anyone remembers that. You have to stay up till midnight to watch his goals. You and Aaron McLean. Yeah, they were good days. So yeah, it's a pleasure to be next to both of you, man. Thanks for having me.
Awesome.
There's so much we can touch upon here today, and like Craig said, he's introduced you as well. I think we missed out T4 presenter as well. Yeah. Original Love Island, was there a Love Island? Was that you? Did you do Love Island?
That Romeo does that kind of.
Oh, is that?
I've always been in relationships, bro. I've never done a dating show. Never.
There's so much for us to touch upon today, and not. Your story is relatively well known. I've listened to some amazing podcasts for you in the past that have talked about kind of that transition. Craig said from football into rapper into being a kind of a very well known face into now doing your football agent work as well. But these transitions, the highs, the lows, and it all being in the public eye. I really want to talk to you today about your story, but how each individual element, how you cope with certain things, as well as being a young man in society, as well as trying to deal with what fame and money and it coming and it going and. I was listening as well, talking about kind of the red top newspapers and how you'd gone from a hero to zero and kind of that transition back. And I listened to yourself. You called yourself a phoenix. I had a phoenix tattooed on the back of my neck for the exact same reason. I had to hit my fucking rock bottom to come back again, and it's even more beautiful when you do so. And I feel like you've done that multiple times throughout your career.
So many times. Is a mindset. I mean, when you're in a dark situation, and I kind of put my life into segments, so I kind of might go like the football side of it, the start of So Solid, being in a high profile relationship, young, that pressure, the pressure of being known by the whole of England. I mean, these are things that you're not prepared for. You can't give someone a manual. I mean. Just like you, Macca, when you're a footballer, someone don't prepare you to go and play in front of 10 to 12,000 people every week, do they?
No.
Like, you just do it. You can't explain it. Yeah. And I probably was learning as I was going along at the time. And naturally, the pressure that people put on So Solid, the pressure that people put on me as an individual, they forget we were kids, bro. Do you understand? Like, 20 years old, selling that amount of records, winning the biggest awards this country can offer you is a lot of pressure within itself.
Yeah.
So are we going to handle it perfectly? Hell no. You're going to make mistakes. There was so many devilistic elements around that time, especially being in my position. Successful musician. What comes with that? Temptation. Money. These things are all the devil. Things that you get told that you must value, I realized they mean shit. Because I was born naked. When you put me in a casket, I'll die naked. The Gucci won't mean nothing. The money won't mean nothing. Everything I've earned, my lovely house, is the legacy that I'm left with. That's important. What my kids can look up to as a template guy. My dad was that. That's more important to me than any finances. Had it, lost it, had it, lost it, had it, lost it. Met a woman, found stability and sensibility. Now my wife handles the money. Because always trusted a woman, you know what I mean? So, but I love it. I love my story because then I wouldn't be me, would I? Who has a perfectly career goes swimmingly, as they say, and just perfect and smooth? It wouldn't make me Harvey, would it?
Take us back then, and we'll divulge into each kind of section as it comes, because the first part of kind of the what you're known for was the football, right?
Yeah.
Especially, you said you grew up in South London with people like Clinton Morrison.
Yeah.
So you were kind of this tight knit group of boys and you were, I'm sure, going to be talked up as if you were going to be a pro footballer.
Yeah.
The life ahead of you was football.
Yeah.
And kind of what that brought in, and then the not quite making, you still had a good career. You still were a pro footballer. You're still in the top 1%. So it feels weird to say you didn't quite make it, because you fucking did.
Yeah.
But still,
The higher level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thinking, starting off at Chelsea and it not quite working out the way it did, because we've heard that story many a time as well from a lot of lads we've spoken to on this podcast, because those knockbacks, yours just came harder and quicker and faster in a different way.
I was like a middleweight boxer getting hit by a heavyweight, and I was to get it back up. Jesus, hit me again. Oh my God! But I don't know. A lot of it is as you know. I don't know if people know. My dad was a gladiator. Do you understand? And my dad was a professional bodybuilder. My dad always had a very tough sports mindset, and I think that was installed in me as a young man. My mum was a tough Welsh woman with, of Sierra Leone descent, from her father. So I would say that in terms of my sports and my determination, and even the way I look after myself now, that would come from my father. But my resilience is my mother, bro. Is 100% my mum. My mum didn't back down to no one. And she always said, no matter what you do, son, do it with a good heart. But she goes, one person's opinion is not everyone's opinion. So if one shuts the door in you, that don't define your whole life, does it? It's the same with sport. It's about opinions. I might go to Peterborough. That manager don't fancy me. Go a few miles down the road to another club, and he fancies me, and I've got a career. So I always say to the youngsters, don't let one person's opinion define who you are in your future. I've had many knockbacks and setbacks. But I've also had some, I'm allowed to swear, effing great days.
You let yourself go.
Yeah, because I say that with passion. I've had some fucking great days. So I don't tend to focus too much on the negativity. Even sometimes I think, how did I get out of this situation? Whether it's rejection from football, when I got stabbed in my neck. I mean, even to keep myself alive that night. I don't even know how I've done it. Sometimes I sit back and I'm be like, I should be dead. And like I said, sitting, being in a 3-hour operation in Iron Upper after getting glassed in my neck, and the doctor saying to me, I remember he said it to me, he said, God has a plan for you. Because my artery's a millimetre away.
Wow.
Scars there. That is ludicrous. And I've talked about it a lot of times, but I was like, obviously, whatever's meant for you is meant for you. And even in that moment, the doctor saying to me, like, you're so fit, you're such a fit boy, you basically kept yourself alive. Because, your oxygen intake was good. You're a good boy, strong boy. And I was thinking, geez, that's why I always keep fit. I believe people that don't look after themselves, I mean, you're just lazy. It's a mindset. Do you know what I mean? It's harder keeping fit in it, Macca. You know this. When you ain't got a goal. That takes a mindset within itself. So when you wake up every morning at 9 o'clock and you got training at 10:30, then you got a game on a Tuesday night and a Saturday, you're doing it for a goal. Training now with no goal, that's the hardest part, because I ain't got a, I'm not playing at a decent non-league level. I don't have a 3 o'clock kickoff. I'm just doing it to look after myself and maintain my health. Because people are dropping so much with cancer. Everything now is radiation around you, Wi-Fi around you, phones around you. The world is not designed for us to stay alive. Do you understand? My missus asks you, I go to bed every night, I turn off the Wi-Fi. Boom. Like this, because people got to understand, why is it in the early days you wasn't really hearing of, things like cancer and things being so rife? Because things was natural. The food wasn't so processed. We was doing things, organically, naturally. Now you got processed foods. They're changing everything. They're spraying food. You can't even go in a supermarket and trust what you pick off a shelf. Do you understand? The world's different. And it's kind of you just trying to just understanding what's going on within the matrix. The matrix that we're put in. And I feel like I've learned a lot in my 46 46 years. I think that every knockback.
Looking good for
Yeah, I was
40
gonna
years.
say, yeah. And you see him
The
flying
worst,
up and down the
mate.
left from left fullback.
Yeah.
He like disappears and goes and scores goals.
Macca's like, get back in, Harvey.
I'm defending and Harvey's
Literally.
gone.
How bizarre is it? I'm running past Craig McHale-Smith while he's playing centre midfield. I'm like, how ironic. Because this guy to me was a great player. But for me, it's just mindset and resilience. And also, I don't regret one thing I've been through, negative or positive.
No.
That's why nothing eats me up.
Mm.
You know, people sometimes, I might sit with someone and be like, oh, can't believe that happened. And they're still holding on to it. It's the worst thing you can do, because I've been there.
Mm.
I've been there. You hold on to things. And all you're doing is just wasting days of your life. Because what happened yesterday, what happened 10 years ago, I cannot change. So if I keep dwelling on it, what's that going to do for my mindset?
Yeah.
So I'm a big believer in, all right, brush yourself down, but move fucking forward now. You know, come on, there's got to be some transition.
Yeah.
Because if people have destroyed their lives, their mental health. Some people have took their lives not being able to get out of a rut. And it's a sad thing, you know? No one can judge me apart from God.
Yeah.
And my wife. Yeah.
So did football end and rapping start, or was there this kind of like, did So Solid come in as you were playing football? Because I was listening to another thing.
Yeah.
Did you have that thing of football finishing and you thinking, fuck, what do I do next?
Yeah.
Or did So Solid come before that came?
It was probably when I left Aldershot. And then when I left Aldershot, I kind of knew things wasn't going well, with contracts and things like that.
Yeah.
And I used to go and meet like Romeo on a Friday in a pub called the Litten Tree.
Yeah.
And I was like Romeo's walking to the pub and like girls are screaming at him in our local pub. I'm going, what's going on here then? It's just Marvin from school. You know what I mean? What's going on? And obviously he knew I could, MC, rap, whatever you want to call it. And just started like being out on a Friday night. And, ended up we started to get big off the pirate radio scene.
Yeah.
And then people started to know me. Went to Napa, got into the glassing incident.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, Steve Brown, God bless his soul, he was the manager of Slough.
Yeah.
He went, what are you doing? Like, I need a left back, bro. You're top left back in this league. I need you. And I said, yeah. I said, Brownie, man. I said, literally, can't move my neck, Brownie. I said, I've just had 27 stitches taken up my face, geezer. I've got glassed. And he was like, listen. He went, don't worry about that. He went, I'm going to give you a deal because I know how you look after yourself. However long you need to get fit, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll give you that time. Come in, sign a deal. It's like, Brownie, to be fair, I need the dough. So thanks a lot.
Yeah.
So I went and signed a deal at Slough. And the club gave me, they said, we'll give you 6 months. Like, 'cause my neck was still scared to move. I'm scared to head up.
Yeah.
Glass, didn't I? You seen the size of the scar?
Yeah.
At the time. And then you said, look, we'll let you do your rehab. Just relax. You know what I mean? There's no pressure for you to go straight into the team. We'll give you time. You got your deal. I was back within the first team within 9 weeks.
Wow.
Playing, smashing people, overlapping. And I remember, I think one of my aunties, she used to give me aloe vera to rub on my neck. Natural aloe vera, like break the plant, put that on the scar. It will heal you. It will make the scar go down and it will heal you quicker. Because she was really into, the natural herbs and things like that. And Brownie said, I remember he used to be like, are you Wolverine? How have you recovered so quickly? I remember like the 7th week, I was like, I'm ready to go. Let's go. He went, we got Aldershot the next day. Brilliant. Perfect, my old team. Brilliant. Got a 2-2 draw too. Yeah, and none of the lads, they couldn't believe it. There's like, the geezer got stabbed a year ago. What the hell has he? How's he come back? And that was kind of my transition, Slough, after that, where the football started to fizzle out.
Yeah.
So Solid started to get bigger from the pirate radio.
Yeah.
And then I came back from training one night. I was on a train back from Slough. And Mega Man rang me and he said, usually I get off at Clapham Junction.
Yeah.
They went, could you come to EMI Studios? At the time, I'm like, what the hell is EMI? I don't care about record labels then. I care about football. Tell me I'm going to the Emirates or to Anfield. I might care. EMI Studios, what did he do? And then naturally, I don't know. My mate said, mate, that EMI is a big record label. Like, so I went down to the studios and naturally he was like, we made a song here called 21 Seconds. This is hilarious, isn't it? I'm going, you what? And I want you to write a lyric, but it's got to be 21 seconds. Can you come to the studio? I've literally stayed on the train, carried on to the West End, took a tube all the way to EMI Studios. I'm in there, studio, Romeo, Ashley Waters, Mega, G-Man, these are all So Solid members. And I just remember hearing this beat going, what the fuck is this? It's special. I've never heard anything like this in my life. I laid down my verse, and I remember kind of having a bit of a grievance with the boys in a funny way, going, because you know music's written bars. That's what you call it. 16 bars, 32 bars. And it didn't sound like I was meant to end. I was like, no, lads, this sounds uneven. It sounds like I'm meant to carry on 3 more bars. And like, I think one of the lads was like, no, trust me. We know what we're doing. Hype it up. Whoa. I left. I still got my fucking training kit on, mate. Gone back home to me council estate back in South London. Didn't think nothing of it. Not knowing it was going to be one of the most iconic records in history. Yeah. And then, I mean, within a year later, I'm walking down my local high street. Girls are chasing after me. That's Harvey off the radio. It's happening so fast. And then I've got all the labels after me. I've got management wanting to sign me. You, Romeo and Lisa, Ashley, you lot are the stars. You're the stars. We're going to mold you like this. We're going to launch you all off 21 seconds. Mega's got this plan. You know, it's like the Wu-Tang Clan. Yeah. We're going to launch you all individually. How do we get every star out in one song? Because we can't bring out 11 singles. There's 11 of us. What, one by one? It might say, I would have still been here in 2026 trying to be heard. And he said 21 seconds. Everyone members got 21 seconds. And that's when the world went, Harvey, Romeo, Lisa Mafia, Ashley Waters, Scat D.
Yeah.
It was like the Avengers of music. But I knew when we shot the video, Max and Danya, great directors, they've directed Beyonce videos, big videos that you lot have watched over in your lifetime. I'll never forget, it was a weird day. She's come in and Max and Danya are a couple, male and female video directors, they're geniuses. Danya's lovely, like she looked at me and Romeo, she's like, my pretty boys. She's like, pretty boys. And we was like, she went, I have a special outfit for you two. Like all the other boys had like the leathers with the hoodies.
I remember the video. I remember the video.
Real ghetto fabulous, innit? And then me and Romeo get taken into a room, and I'm like, there's a leather waistcoat, bro. There's a leather Mac.
Yeah.
This is Harvey and Romeo. Who's the waistcoat for? It's going to be for Harvey, the football guy. He's all chiseled and cut. Because I've just come out of football Mac. We're in great nick, do you know what I mean? We're training all the time. I gathered the waistcoats for me. She went, I want the ladies to see your abs and all this and whatever, you know? She was brilliant, Danya. And the rest is history. And I remember getting the video. It got sent to me on a VHS. Remember VHS days?
Yeah.
And I had it in my bedroom, had a TV and VHS player in one. You remember like used to do? Remember it? It was like, I'm the man. I got it all in one. Yeah. And I got sent the video, and the video had the 21 seconds cover. You know, with us all on it, like, and it got sent by the label or our management to my mum's. And I put the video in, and I watched it, and I went, why do we look like Hollywood stars? Why do I look like a Hollywood? Why do I look like the American videos? Why do I look like how a Tupac or B.I.G. video look? Why do I look like Wu-Tang Clan? Yeah. And I just knew. I said, this is gone. There is nothing out there in this country like this. Nothing. Whatever this is, it's special. And the rest is history. Next thing you know, I'm winning the Brit Award and the Mobile Award. And Robbie Williams is tapping the back going, well done, mate, well done. I'm used to like League Two and non-league right backs trying to pull me shirt. Now I've got Robbie Williams tapping me saying, well done. It's so bizarre.
That's mad.
I think you're thinking the same thing as me. Then what our next question is here.
I don't know if you're.
Okay. Go on,
no. I was going to say like the transition. Obviously, you playing football, want to be a footballer.
Yeah.
How obviously, and then this obviously opportunity comes. How did you transition between the two? How did you kind of let football go? Was it just an instant, like football's got to go and I've got to get into this? So obviously, you would have been working to be a footballer.
That's right.
And then this comes out of nowhere in a sense, and then now it's just starting to blow up.
Yeah. I didn't have time to think.
You're kind of letting go of one dream to follow another. So it's like, how was that transition?
Well, when you get the checks you get in music, I didn't really have time to think back. When you got £250,000 deals coming in, do you know what I mean? I'm like, let's be honest with you, at the level of, between non-league, my level was National League South, National League, and between League Two. So I'm not going to earn that money. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Unless I get a great signing on fee. Max, and money wasn't how it is now, was it? Max. And, Michael was a top earner. He was a top player. So he would know the limits of what you're going to earn around that era because we're around the same age. And I was a big believer. Like, how am I going to, for the level that I'm playing at, non-league, how am I, mortgage, family, like, I'm a big dreamer. I'm a determined person. But it happened so quick. I didn't have time to think. Because next, like I said to you, I'm winning Brit Awards and the checks are flying in. It was ridiculous. 1 minute it's like, now you've got offered, we all got offered solo deals. It's like literally a man just coming in and go like, yeah, Romeo, Harvey, you've got an offer for $250,000 for you, 300 grand for you. I'm sitting there going, this is madness. And then within that, you do remember you get publishing deals. So within a year period, talking like $500,000 to 700 grand within 6 to 8 months, that quickly, with no guidance.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
It seems like a strange question, but I've not lived to those levels in any way, shape, or form. But there's been moments in my life where I should have felt really happy, and I struggled with it. I really struggled with it. So during this time when it's so fast and it's so intense and there's so much going on, and the transition of football now, I'm wrapping up. Did you get time to enjoy it? Did you enjoy it? Do you look back on that time fondly, or is there parts of it you still find really difficult?
There was too much things to think about. I enjoy it now, appreciate it, but you understand, I come from the streets, and with that comes danger.
Yeah.
So there was also being targeted by other naughty firms because they, the image in their head is that we think we're hard.
Yeah.
So whether it was firms from Birmingham, whether it's firms within South London where I've grown up, Brixton, there was a lot to think about. It was like waking up every day, actually thinking about your safety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I came to my studio one night in Harlesden and got followed by like 3 guys with balaclavas on, and I knew they was planning to rob me. But I'm from the streets. I'm not stupid. I made a phone call. Within 15 minutes, I rang my boys. I said, I'm getting followed, Like, could see it. This car kept going. I was in a chauffeur car by the record label. Could see the car bobbing and weaving out of traffic. I'm like, these boys are coming. They're trying. And naturally, they're going to have knives or guns on them. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm in the prime of my career. It comes with the rap image.
Yeah.
And luckily, I got hold of one of my boys who's very serious. Said, yeah, I'm getting followed. My mate, it was like God send. He was in Shepherd's Bush on his motorbike. And he went, are they behind you now? I said, yeah. He went, give me 15 minutes. He said, just stay in the car. Tell the driver to keep driving. It was the most intense hour of my life. I'm thinking, am I going to get... And it's bizarre because you don't know... Remember, I come from football.
Yeah.
I don't have enemies, bro. Anyone that knows me in the streets, they know me for fighting. I can fight. Do you know what I mean? I'll knock you out. I don't stab or shoot people.
Yeah.
I'm a godly person. So what it was, a lot of the boys within my crew, they've lived that life. Ain't no mystery. So I'm picking up their enemies too, because I'm in So Solid.
Yeah.
Is it association by affiliation or
Yeah.
however you say it?
Yeah.
So for me to go to that transition of like going from a footballer to now being in a gangster rap crew was a big transition. You're thinking about your safety. I remember the worry it brought my mum. And then you got to have more security around you. And, my dad's connected, so I'd have some serious guys with me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not happiness, bruv.
Yeah.
This is not happiness. This is not, happiness. And I'm loved, man. You know what I mean? I got some real good friends that had my back. Because I was like, if anyone comes near you, bro, we'll deal with that. Do you know what I mean? Because you're a good guy. They just wanted me to get to where I needed to get to. And then the biggest transition was when I bought my first house in Hertfordshire. I could leave the streets, that environment. People, I was like a sitting duck at my mum's. And then I started hearing things like, people are planning to rob you when you come out your mum's. These lads.
You've already been stabbed in the neck at this point.
Right,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
So imagine your mindset and imagine my mental health.
Yeah.
Remember, mental health wasn't talked about then.
No.
Yeah? Imagine what my boys are also dealing with in So Solid.
Yeah.
It was awful times. I was getting threats that these boys was planning for me to come up my mum's, hammer me in my head, and then take me cash point. How the hell are you going to take me cash point if you hammer me in my head?
Yeah.
But the streets talk, innit? So I knew
Yeah.
what was going on. I was prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because I was like, is that right? Yeah? Made a few calls. And then within that time, I remember Ashley Waters, top boy, look at him now.
Yeah.
Just BAFTA, I'm so proud of him, man. The film he's done with Stephen Graham and all that, and that he's directing now. And there's loads is happening to the boys. So many boys was going through stuff. There was incidents. There was all these, gun incidents and all these things happening. All the boys was getting attacked in different ways. And then I think the last straw was when Ashley Waters called me. And we was all under pressure. And because he lived in Brixton, he kind of lived in enemy lines. He had to drive back to it. And these lads threw a pavement slab through his sunroof with his 2-year-old baby.
Wow.
In the back of the car. Bro, when he called me, I remember he called me like he was literally nearly in tears down my phone.
Yeah.
I was so upset. Because me and Ashley was like that. We used to roll every day. And so when I see him now winning BAFTAs, and I'm like, have that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People done some real, people really had it in for us, for So Solid. Really did. Because with success comes the other side of it. So my mental health was mental. I remember the first night I moved to Hertfordshire. My lovely house, it was in Welling Garden City. Beautiful home. And I sat down, and I'll never forget it. I looked out the window for an hour. And I just closed my eyes. And my ex-partner at the time said, "You look at peace." I said, "Because there's no police sirens. And I don't feel like I'm going to get killed." At that time.
Yeah.
I said, I can relax, I can sleep. And that was a transition of my life, of just like understanding that it's a big world out here. Then I started to become Harvey, the household name, and things eased off because T4 came.
Yeah.
People that look at me such as a threat, like, "Oh, Harvey from the gangster crew."
Yeah.
And things eased off then. It was different. I could drive my car anywhere. I could go Brixton, I could go Harlesden, and the young boys be like, "Oh, it's Harvey from the TV." Kind of eased off. But the early days of So Solid were awful.
Yeah.
So, was I happy? No.
Yeah, I thought that'd be your answer.
Anxious. Having dreams that I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Someone's going to kill me. I don't know where these threats are coming from.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are so angry and so jealous, because jealousy is a terrible trait.
Yeah.
And not just that, I am the man. We are the number one crew in England. Also, we're the first of what we've done.
Yeah.
So that's extra pressure.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how you're going to find out I ended up going back to AFC Wimbledon. After the Brit Awards, after all the awards, after all the fame being Harvey, AFC Wimbledon rang me, Dave Anderson, and he went, "Harvs, I heard that you took time out for music." I said, "Dave, I just want to go back playing." But I said, "Obviously, it's going to be different. We're going back playing as Harvey."
Yeah.
So Dave Anderson, lovely man, my manager at AFC Wimbledon from Northern Ireland, he's hilarious. Tough guy too. He went, "No one can fuck with you. No interviews. Anyone comes down to see you, we'll have it all locked off. When you're here, you're a player. Dave, that's all. That's all I want. I just want to play football.
Yeah.
Naturally, you're going to get abused, Harvey, because you're Harvey now." I said, "Dave, that's, you know me, Mac, I'll thrive off that shit. You know me, he knows what I'm like."
I've seen it.
He seen me, I destroyed a kid 2 weeks ago on the pitch. Innit? I just got into his head. I'm great at getting in your head. It's all a part of football. And Mac just looks at me and goes, "Yeah, Harvey. Yeah." I'm like, "Sorry, man, sorry." And that was the transition when I went back to AFC Wimbledon. And it was the best 2 years of my life, because the boys could not fathom, like, how you play 90 minutes of football in the, like, you know, the Isthmian League, National South, and then you're leaving, going straight to do a show in front of 10,000 people.
Yeah.
I'd literally be in the shower going, "I've got a show tonight," and all the boys would be like, "What the fuck?" Like, or I'd be on Soccer AM that morning to be at the ground for 1:30. And the lads are going, "How do you maintain this?" But I enjoyed it. And I went back, and that's when I found my happiness again.
Yeah.
Because Wimbledon, you know, listen, they hosted my mum's funeral a year and a half ago. They're a big part of me. I love that club. I love Ivor Helliot, the CEO, all the people behind it. They've been so supportive for my life within the club and after it. And that's a good club.
Yeah.
You know, what can I say about them? They hosted my mother's funeral. So that was the happiest days of my life, because Dave wouldn't let no one near me. He'd be like, "No." Be like, "No, there's 100 kids outside want his autograph." "No, he's a footballer." "Dave, I don't want that. I'm not here to sign autographs. I'm here to play football."
Yeah.
And I played some of the best football. And I loved the abuse, because I used to go to like away grounds like Worthing, or, you know, where it's like non-league. There's no filters with the fans. And not just that, we were the top side, so we would beat everyone. And it made it even better. But every time I used to get to a stadium, an away ground, they would be doing a team talk, and the other team would be playing 21 seconds, top of the volume in the other dressing room. But you would do it, wouldn't you, Mac? If you knew I was in it, you was playing against me.
100%.
Just to get in my head, innit? And all the lads used to
be
be like, and I used to be like, and all the lads used to be like, but the fact is, we'd very rarely get beaten, because we was AFC Wimbledon. We was a strong side.
Yeah.
And I used to kill the right wingers. I used to be like, "Oh, you think you're this, you're thinking that." And it's like, go and tell your missus you got marked out the game by a pop star. Right in your head. 3 points. And like, they used to hate it.
Yeah.
And I said, I bet your missus loves me, innit? She got posters of me. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like this. And like, I just love the banter of football because Steve Morrison, Morrow, like, Morrow's my good mate. Me and Morris, I have it on the pitch. Like, but I love all that. What's football without banter?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, and people don't realise I went back to Wimbledon when I was in So Solid and won the league. Like, people don't even realise that. I was playing as Harvey. And yeah, I just loved it, but it levelled me out.
So it looks like your safe space. Like the way you speak about
it. Was my safe spot.
Being an industry that like was seriously in the public eye.
Yeah.
And there is no hiding place. And obviously you go back into football and you kind of could be who you were and relax and just and enjoy, say, the banter side of it.
Yeah.
The team camaraderie as well.
Yeah.
Having that. So did that help you with the transition in music and obviously still doing
big time? That leveled me out.
Yeah.
Football. Going back to it. And not just that. Now in my mindset, a lot of the players used to go to me, how do you play through this, bro? People are just constantly abusing you. And you're just playing well. But I'm like, it's just noise to me. Like, I've been called, I come from So Solid. There's nothing much more they can do, they can do to me. But I remember what Dave, when he took me, I sat in the office with him. And I love Dave, man. I love him so much. Very good manager. And me and him just had a chat. And I just told him how I feel. And I said, Dave, like I said, this is my escape. This is where I'm most happy. You see what when into Legends. Which is all we do is laugh. Like, in it, Macca, the dressing room's so much fun. We're all different characters, aren't we? You got music blaring. Me, the loudest in the dressing room. That one. But it's just good vibes. There's no egos. My first day when I walked into the dressing room at Wimbledon, brilliant. The lads cut out a picture of me from a So Solid winning the Brit Award. So they put my head on my peg. So my squad number's there. And then they've cut out another picture of a woman's leggings and then a woman's bra. So when I've walked in there, they've stuck it on my peg. And I've walked in there and I've gone, you wankers. And that's what I'm used to. Like, the banter. I'd rather be take the piss out of than you just look at me and not say nothing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And we was at unit at Wimbledon. I mean, one gets hurt, we're all coming for you. And the lads, I used to, Wes Daly, my close friend, Wes was centre midfielder at the time. Wes played for QPR. And I used to love Wes. If someone would be giving it to me on the pitch, Wes would be like, Harves, yeah? Don't worry, I'll deal with him. That's the kind of team we was. 5 minutes later, Wes, crack, smashed the centre midfielder. Harves, like that. That's how close we were. Right? You're not going to have a go at Harves. You're not going to have a go at him. And I think the team spirit got me through it. And the fact that I just got treated, just like a player. Imagine, like, Dave knows I got money. Like, this guy earns serious money, but he still put me on 400 quid a week. So Dave was like, because Dave would be like, I could give you 400. I said, Dave, he says, I don't care. He goes, you're the easiest player I've signed because there's no negotiation. I said, Dave, it just covers my petrol and my expenses, geezer. I goes, the money's not doing nothing for my life. Dave was like, no problem. Do you know what I mean? So he goes, you're the easiest deal I've ever done because there was no, like, bonus, appearance. Just give me my flat 400, 500 quid a week and I'm easy. And that's me done.
Listening to you now, I don't know. I'm a million miles an hour. You're 10 million miles an hour, which is like, and this whirlwind of a time. It's lovely to hear you say you can reflect back on it and enjoy it now, to be proud of what you've done, tell your kids of what you've done. But like, you weren't stopping Soccer AM to a game, to a show, to a like. And I remember during this era, because it was before social media and stuff. You were almost championed for overworking, for over drinking, taking drugs. That was the cool thing to do.
Right.
I listened to a podcast recently with the geezer who was going out with Amy Winehouse during that time, and it's a really interesting podcast because he said, like, whatever happened with them was awful, of course, but like, he was like, there were, in the magazines there was Top Caner, there was like Top Shagger things. It was a different time. Football and the music industry it's going to go hand in hand.
Yeah, it does. Trust me, Will.
I've had my problems with drinking drugs and different things, but having listened, did that ever come into your life? Was there ever any drinking? Was there any drugs? Was there anything crazy? I know the marriage broke down in a very public way. And I want to come on to kind of you going from this the good guy to the bad guy as well.
To the bad guy, to the love rat.
They would have
made me off.
They would have but this bad boy image they wanted you to give off, they'd have fucking told you to do it as well. They would have enjoyed the fact that was happening. It's a completely different time, wasn't it? Because I think if Instagram was there now, and if it wouldn't be the way it was.
Yeah, 100%. I think for me, I was discussing this with my missus, man. She's like my best friend, man. And we'll talk about certain elements of my life. We'll talk about my past relationships, like, because she's my best. And remember, she's my missus, she's a mental health nurse.
Yeah.
So she would kind of understand the different transitions of me at that time. She's also got an older brother, so she'd be like, well, that's a lot for you at that age. Yeah. And when I look back at it, it was very early and very young for me to get into a relationship, being a pop star, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Because respectfully, me and Romeo wasn't short of women coming at us. Especially when you're famous, it just heightens it, doesn't it? And I say that with no ego.
Yeah.
You know? And the women were just non-stop, and they would come at all angles, and they don't care if you're married. They don't care if you got a girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? Especially within the rap culture. Yeah. You know, all the narratives you put out rap, hoes and all these derogatory, disgusting things, hoes and bitches, and it's awful because you think that's someone's daughter.
Different time though.
Do you know what I mean? But it's a different time. But they're the things that they would glorify.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a rapper, you got to have a hoe. Like, mate, bore off. Like, it's all the biggest load of bullshit ever. So it was all the temptation and the girls. And with me, what people don't know, throughout my whole football life, and even being in the early stage of So Solid, I love a drink. I love a Guinness. But I've never, ever been addicted to things like drink, because I was right. Mine would probably be women. If you looked at that time, because it's still an addiction. So I hate when people try and skip, I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, but I had a few, bruv, having a lot of women and getting into situations, that is still temptation, and you've entertained it. It is an addiction. You know, I committed adultery. I've got to own it. I have to own it. Me and my 18-year-old daughter spoke about it. Dad, what happened? This is what happened. My daughter was like, right, said, your dad wasn't a saint, and I was wrong. Dad, I respect you for that. Do you know what I mean? I said, because you're not, I said to my daughter, you're going to make mistakes in your life, but I'm not going to put out a false narrative to my child. I want her to know who I am. So mine was that. I didn't really start smoking until Fame. Because what it was, when I'd get home, I couldn't switch off. My head was going, I'm sure you've been through it. It's like something in your head, and my anxiety, and I'm at my house, and I'm like, people are coming at me from all angles. And then I had a spliff one night, and I went, wow! Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how I started smoking weed. So, and that was it. So mine probably would have been the weed. I still smoke weed now. But I'm in control of everything. People, like, when people find out even now, people see me going, I smoke weed, people be like, he's a fitness machine. They wouldn't even associate it with me, because the weed I smoke is just a couple of spliffs at night time. Do you know what I mean? The kids go sleep, I'll just go out in the garden and have a couple of spliffs just to switch off. Do you know what I mean? But it don't dictate my life. I don't need to wake up in the morning and roll a split. But it was probably the smoking. But then I'm a late smoker, so I didn't start smoking weed until I was like 22. And that was because of stress. And having the understanding of, that's why now, why is everyone on CBD now? Makes you laugh, don't it? Back in the day, drugs, weed. Bro, the health benefits within good.
I'm completely agree.
I
remember the Skepta lyric, smoke loud but never get lousy.
Right, there you go.
I don't.
So everything with balance, right?
I don't categorize that in the same category of what that era came with, though, because that era came
exactly
in that kind of early noughties. It was
pills.
There was gear everywhere.
Mate, it
birds
was mental.
everywhere. They wanted you to be violent. They wanted you to be a bad boy, and you're still in your early 20s, right?
I've been in some rooms, bro.
No, I'm not. So how did you survive that,
mate?
With and only come out of it with 99.9% of men in your situation would have done the same thing as you. So you're not a villain, and this is not like, and you were vilified for it. But
that's right.
Every other man in the same situation would have done the same thing.
Imagine headlining Ibiza for 6 years. I'm in Ibiza every other week for 6 years, headlining Twice as Nice. So you can imagine, I'm in after parties at 6, 7 in the morning. And I used to be in after parties with geezers' jaws swinging to the left, to the north, to the south. And they couldn't believe, I don't do drugs. On my mum's soul, I've never done a Class A drug in my life.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
I am scared. I used to be scared of heart attacks. I'm just paranoid. I'm like, if I take cocaine, what if it makes me feel like that? Or I'm so fit, I might get a heart attack because my body's not used to it. So I've never dabbled. I've never weed, drink, women. That's my You know, my thing.
Vice.
But I've never took a Class A drug. I can't put out something I haven't done. I think I was just paranoid because, especially being in the music industry, when you, especially in Ibiza, and you know, you're at parties with like other top DJs, and you're seeing what people get up to after dark.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And it was Ibiza. You see people do the most craziest of drugs. It was the ketamines, and I used to see people acting crazy, like wild. People don't even remember what they've done.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, wow. People don't even know. They wake up in the morning, bruv, I don't even know who I slept with. What? Because they're on these tranquilizers or whatever. And I think when I was in Ibiza, I used to be on, like, I'd be in a party at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Vodka and Red Bull, a spliff. I'm easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what transition? Way. Do you know what I mean? But just look at people like, I don't need no drug that keeps me awake for 2 days. I'm trying to go to sleep. And so it just wasn't for me. So people, I used to be like, with being like raves with session heads. Brother, how are you still awake? Mate, I'm high on life. I'm high on life.
This shows the strength of your mentality and mindset as well, just to say no to things. Because all of the aforementioned I've done, and I did it in abundance until I hit my own version of rock bottom. And I don't think even at the start it was something like I consciously chose to do out of my own interest. I wanted to conform. I wanted to be cool. I was working in IB for 18 and I was doing everything because I was thinking everyone, it felt like the cool thing to do.
That's right.
So for you to sit in that situation and for just to go, that ain't for me. And I've listened to it, I've listened so far throughout this. I think there's a lot of things, the strength of you being so sure of who you are. It's not arrogance, it's a confidence in I am who I am. You can abuse me, I got it. Because listening to some of the things you've said there, I couldn't cope with the abuse you got on a football pitch.
Yeah.
I'd bite, I'd nibble, I'd cry.
Yeah.
I couldn't cope with the abuse you got from fucking TV channels or newspaper. I couldn't cope with it. I couldn't cope with being in a room full of people doing drugs as a young artist and not do it myself.
Yep.
So it shows the fucking strength that you have, that you could just say, I'm going to do me.
Yeah, my mum, man, I don't know what it is. I think of situations where I've navigated myself. Whether it's been situations in a room full of drugs, whether it's the streets. I've come outside. I've been in situations where I've been with like enemies, bro. Do you know what I mean? Where guys have got straps and them, guns and them. And you've just navigated your way out of the situation. Because they ain't got a problem with you, but they've got a problem with someone you know.
Yeah.
That takes a skill within itself. So that's why probably most of the lads that maybe my crew may have beefed with, like whether it's lads from, I don't know, Brixton or wherever, I get on with all of them because they just respect me, the way I carry myself. Do you know what I mean? I just tell a man straight, I ain't no gangster, bro, but I'll knock you out. You understand? I'll stick by my morals, bro. But I'm not a gangster. I don't go out wake up in the morning to hurt people. It's not my daily intention. I'm a father. I'm a family man. And I've been through shit. So, but I wish the way I treated the temptation of drugs and other things, I wish I was the same with women at that time.
So
I couldn't say no to that in my early days. So that was my nemesis, man. I was just being a lad. You know what I mean?
I made those same mistakes, and I'm older now, and I'm not proud of those mistakes, but I wouldn't change it. I am who I am today because of that, not in spite of that. And it brings me, there's a quote that I love. I think I've said it on here before, and it kind of, you embody this, and I feel this now because of how I am now. Real self-confidence doesn't come from shouting affirmations in the mirror, and you can replace affirmations in the mirror in terms of telling social media, telling the world, I am this. Real self-confidence comes from giving the world irrefutable proof. I am who I say I am.
Yep.
I'm a good dad.
Yeah.
I'm a good man.
Yep.
I look after people around me.
Yep.
If I'm called out, I'll deal with it, but
there you go.
I'm calm. So that kind of, you embody that.
Literally.
Massively.
Yeah.
I am who I say I am.
Yeah, and I don't care. I don't care what people think. I say it to my kids, I always say it to them. You're a shepherd, you're not a sheep. Someone is saying they love me right now, and someone's calling me a cunt right now. Yeah. That's just the way of the world. I can't control 1 billion people, and I can't control people's thoughts. So I have to be comfortable in my skin. There was always a point in all of our lives where we needed to feel wanted and loved, didn't we? And we needed to feel that adulation, i.e. being footballers. That adulation you feel, bang, it just stops, Macca, one day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I went on your Instagram the other day and I watched you scoring that goal, it's like, jeez, imagine that. Yeah. And then it just goes.
Yeah.
One day, when, once you run one day, I'm not as quick as I used to be. The body's hurting now.
Yeah.
Then you got to come to terms with, It's going to be over soon.
Yeah.
You know, that within itself, I relate to him. Don't matter that he's not a musician, because funny enough, I can actually say I've had the both rejections. Do you understand? So it's a mindset, man. I don't know how I do it, but I always say to myself, like I said, only God can judge me. I don't fear no man, I fear God. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I look at my life and I go, wow, what a colourful book. Do you know what I mean? What a colourful book. I remember Ashley Walters said something one time and he was talking on the phone. Can't remember what the incident was, but he says, Harvey, like, Ashley's quite introverted, what people don't know. And if you watch Ashley on Louis Theroux, people didn't realise he suffers from social anxiety. So that's when they learned a lot about him. But he's a famous actor. Ashley would be at an award show, feel so anxious with people around him, he'd have to call his wife. Now, I know that about Ashley. He doesn't like it. He'd rather be in his house. But you think because he's successful, because he's this, because he's that, he must be out there for everyone to suck his energy. People in this business suck your fucking energy, man. Because it's not what you can give them, it's what they can get from you. Do you understand? I call them bloodsuckers. So me, I control my own ship. I do now, in my life, I do what I want to do. If I've chosen here to drive 70 miles to see you guys, it's because I genuinely love you. Do you understand? And I love what you stand for. I don't leave my kids and I don't leave my wife for people I don't love or care about. Do you know what I mean? There's a bond. When I met Macca, I connected with his vulnerability to a guy that I used to look up to. Do you understand? Not knowing that I watched this guy's goals. I could tell Macca the way he used to make his runs. I used to call him a pest on the pitch. As a centre-back, he's a player that you just wouldn't want to play against because he would respectfully run down anyone. He would chase you at the stadium if you got... Jurgen Klopp would have loved Macca because he's pressing. Macca was pressing in the 90s. That's unheard of. Do you understand? And so, for me, when I met him, I was like, what a humble, lovely man. Do you know what I mean?
I know it's phenomenal.
Yeah, what a lovely guy, and I just love him. And yeah, it's all about good relationships with people and people that you just bond with. Like that retreat we done the other day, Matt. It was so good. We had such a laugh, didn't we?
It was brilliant.
We had such a laugh, and we're all different characters. Macca's introverted, I'm loudmouth, extroverted, but we just all gel because if we was all the same, it'd be boring, wouldn't it? It'd be boring. So yeah, it's been a journey, man. And I think as you know, losing my mum. That gives you a whole different mindset on life. When you watch your mum to her final breath, I can't take that visual out of my head. I cannot take that visual out of my head, watching my mum die. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That there, like even now, last night, there's a picture of her in my front room and I can't believe she's dead. Nah. My mum can't be dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's painful. It's very painful. Like, she was immortal to me. Mum's going to go to 80, 90. You know what I mean? Do you know the day she rang me? I'll never ever forget this day. England played Croatia in the first game of the Euros because my boy scored, Raheem Sterling.
Yeah.
Good friend. And it was a baking hot day, one of the hottest days of the year at Wembley because it was the Euros in England when we got to the final. And we go to a lovely pub with the kids in Windsor that we like to go to with friends for a Sunday roast. And my missus got the kids in the car and I went, oh, babes, I've left something in the house. I don't know if it's the baby bag, whatever it is, when you're rushing around with the kids. And I've run up the stairs and my phone's rang. And I said, Mum, you out, Mum? And my mum, I ain't wanted to tell you this, but I've got cancer.
Sorry.
I just collapsed on the stairs, bro. My missus was like, why is he not in the car? She's like, see me like collapsed on the stairs. The kids running, the kids are crying. Mum, what's wrong with Dad? Dad's the soldier of this house. Dad don't cry like this. What's going on? You know what I mean? It's tough. Sorry.
No, it's okay, bro.
Tough.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tough.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But yeah. It's dark. And then the how many years she dealt with it, back and forth to St. George's Hospital to King's College. I'm her only child, bro.
Should be fucking proud of you.
Yeah.
100%.
So, yeah,
There's a
tough.
strength you can see in you.
Yeah.
You say you're
Resilience.
those qualities you get off your mum.
Yeah.
You'd have been a strong lady.
So that was tough. And the last 2 weeks prior to her dying, was mad. Was when I was doing a running for junior water. So I was doing a 5K. And then my auntie rang me. She said, it's weird. I finished the run. It was like I was on the last 300 yards of the run. And she went, they took mum back in. And then I went, okay, I'll be there in an hour. And I got to the hospital and I looked at her. And my missus is a nurse. And I could see her veins and how much weight she lost. And I went, what's going on here? I said, someone tell me what's going on here. And then they went to my mum. They went, my missus kind of swapped over for me doing the shift because the kids, it goes, I had to go back. And then she came home. She knows all the terms. And she went, your mum's going into palliative care. And everyone knows what that means. And I went, nah. Yeah, she's on her way out. And the declining within that 2 weeks of the Saturday that she died, fuck my life. I ain't seen anything like it. I went back home and I got to thank. These are people that I have to thank on camera. Hayden Mullins, legend.
Yeah.
Hayden. It's my best friend. The day before my mum died, he drove to my mum's and they had an end of season Fulham Football Club doing. He said, you need to get out the house. Just come. I got your back. I know it's tough for you. You know what I mean? He took me out. He had my back and Hayden sat in the car with me. He's like, I got your back. Don't worry. Yeah? We're here for you. No matter what. And she died the next day. Yeah. Next day. Mad. And I was running. I went to get changed because I said to the missus, because obviously I live Surrey way. And I said, gonna have a shower, take the kids for a walk in the park, and then go back to do the shift. And I'm driving back. My missus is standing on the end of our drive like this. I went, she's dead, innit? And she went, yeah. I jumped in the car. My best friend who lives in Luton, his mum died 2 weeks before my mum. He said, Harv, I'm screaming down the M4, down the M25. Screaming my mum's name. God knows how I never got a ticket. God knows. Yeah. To this day, I'm waiting for the ticket to come through. And then I got there and all my boys were sitting outside my mum's with their hands in their heads. Like, I see my mate, my kid's godfather, Adrian, he was just like, and I ran up the stairs and my mum was dead. Like, there. Like, I looked in her eyes. Like, I was like, what the fuck? It was the most lowest thing I've ever seen. But the phone. DJ Spoonie. Hayden. Clinton. Respect. You know what I mean? Clinton was on fucking Sky Sports News, bro. He told him I can't work next week. Like, that woman was like a mum to me. Do you know what I mean? All them boys. Hayden, when I'm a one-man army. And even when I was, me and my auntie was sorting out the funeral, I woke up one morning, I was so baffled. There was 1,500 quid in my account. Hayden, why have you sent me 1,500 quid? Bro, because I know how tough it is, funerals. And I know you got money, mate, but your mum was a big part of me and just wanted to support, to help towards the funeral.
It's beautiful.
In those.
What can I say to him? That is my brother.
In those darkest moments, the flower, those real people and those real light appears, doesn't it? Like the light beyond what you could even imagine. In those moments when you are at the darkest that could have been.
Yeah.
And people shine a light in any way that they can, and you can see that. I can feel your pain. It's hard to see. It's not. I'm glad that you had some.
She's a legend, bro.
Yeah, I'm glad you had.
Do you know anything about it? What I say to the youngsters, yeah. What I say, I'm comfortable with the pain of my mum.
Yeah,
it hurt. That's what I said. I'll find it like now because I know as soon as I talk, I know I'm gonna cry. Yeah. That's the bit you're like, oh my God. Like, I don't like going to the grave. Because I said to my, we went there last week because it was Mother's Day. My missus said, I know this is tough. I said, I don't like this place. I don't know how people sit here every week with their chairs and sit around here. Because as soon as I get there and I look at this grave, I can feel her.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So can I have a tissue, please?
Yeah,
thank you.
You got
Yeah.
tissue.
Yeah, I can feel her, Macca.
Yeah. No.
It's the most. The afterlife is a crazy thing, man.
I get it, man.
It's I can't describe it. MC, I don't have you. I'm sure you've heard of the legend garage MC called MC Creed. He's a legend. You Google him, right? He's a legend. He gave me a book at a gig on realms.
Yeah.
It's the best book I've ever read. Because we're so scared of dying, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because it's the fear of the unknown. Like, where does our spirits go? You know, when you die, you give off 100% of dopamine, don't you? The hallucination.
Mm.
Where do we go?
Yeah.
Where do I go? And when I read it, I was like, this makes sense. Because how we live, the decisions we make, what we choose to put out into the world is how we will be delivered.
Mm.
Obviously a very emotional conversation. And the first time I met you, and Maka will back me on this, and I said, like, please can we get half? Please can we get half? Please can we get half? Because I'm an emotional guy. Like, I mean, you can say, like, that's, and I'm proud of my emotions, but I'm also very scared of them. I'm scared about how vulnerable they make me, and I haven't been through what you've been through, what you guys have just discussed. I haven't been through that, and I am so frightened when that day comes. But you said something to me that made, and I'm going to say it now, and my hairs will stand on end, and I'll get goosebumps. I know I will, because it's like I've never stopped thinking about it. It comes back to me from time to time. And I didn't know what you were going. This is just not quite a year ago, so this would have been very recently after your mother's death. We asked you a question. I can't remember the exact question. It was around mental health, and it was a quick fire thing at a football game. Yeah. We kind of caught you like on the spot. You did this quick favour. It was mad.
St. Mary's,
Southampton. Yeah, and it was. We've been doing kind of a few people, and I can't remember the exact question, but you just told me about your mum's death, and you said the how I'm dealing with this at this moment in time. What's getting me through? You said my mum's grandkids were everything. My kids, her grandkids were everything to her. Were fucking everything to her. And she'll be up there now looking down, wanting them to be having the best time, the best day, the best of everything.
I'm telling you.
So what they need for that to happen, they need me to be the best father. So I can't dwell on her death in a negative way, because I need to be the best version of me for them today. And in being the best version of me for them today, I'm making my mum proud.
That's right. You can't fold. Like, you cannot. I mean, like I said, when you got your parents, it's DNA. So their spirit's in you. And then you obviously look at how my mum carried herself, how her spirit was. Now, my mum was an uplifting person. She was the life of the party, exactly like me, the loudest in the room. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I can sit my mum, like I said, her grandkids. I remember when my 18-year-old daughter, that joy it brought her first grandchild, and everything she's done for her grandchildren. And then obviously, now her other grandkids now, is all she lived for. She would love coming up Sundays, the grandkids, spoiling them. Even Christmas. My mum spent every Christmas with me. Do you know what I mean? And the banter and playing reggae music and the kids dancing, and she was so vibrant, and how she would make my kids feel, to the point that we got T-shirts printed for my mum's funeral. And because my mum was from Wales and Sierra Leone, it's a picture of my mum on the front and the Welsh and Sierra Leone flag on the back. My son wears it to bed like pajamas.
Oh.
So the other day, it made me laugh. He's doing his nut. Remember, my son's 6. I want my T-shirt. Someone goes to me and says, why is he kicking off? What's wrong? I've watched the Nan T-shirt, because he wanted to wear it to bed. He wears it with his Batman pajamas. It's the most uncoordinated set of. I'm like, Batman, Nan on the front of your T-shirt. But so I said to him, Koa, what's wrong? He's crying too. I want Nan's T-shirt. I'm like, I understand, son, but right now it's soaking wet in the washing machine. Sorry, in the washing machine. And I think it's just keeping her spirit alive. Like, yeah, man, she's a legend. Like, I can think of things with my mum and I can laugh. Do you know what I mean? I don't think of negative things with my mum. So I don't want to become embroiled in. I'm dealing with, Macca. We're dealing with grief. That's never gonna go away. We're dealing with grief every day we
100%.
wake up. I got to be reminded. Like I said to you, every birthday. This week is her birthday. Imagine that. March the 27th. Yeah, we play Interlegends on Sunday.
Yeah.
My mum's birthday on Friday, geezer. So I've got to deal with Mother's Day last Sunday, then her birthday this Friday. I'm in it now. For the rest of my life. Every one of them moments is going to remind me of my mother. I got to stay positive for her. If my mum see me going, folding up and crumbling permanently, I can hear her. What's wrong with you? Get up. No, you don't do that, son. You don't do that. Come on. I've got you. My spirit's here with you. Keep going. Raise my grandkids. Don't let my grandkids down. Don't fold. That's all I can hear. That's all I can hear constantly. 24/7. When I choose to cry, I'll cry. I'm uncomfortable with emotion, bro. I said, if you're not crying after losing your parent, then there's something wrong with you. You must have the body of a hitman. Do you know what I mean? You must be cold. Do you know what I mean? It's my mother. She's all around me. I can feel her now. So I'm comfortable with that emotion. I say to anyone that's going through mental health, like we're going through, whether it's grief or whatever you're going through, don't be scared to cry, my man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's our DNA, it's our creators. These women, these fathers, they brought us into the earth. There would be no Craig McKell-Smith scoring no goals if it wasn't for his father's DNA. There'd be no Harvey holding no mic if it wasn't for my mother. They gave us life. So the least I can do is honour them. Hence why, May the 24th, Plymouth Argyle Stadium, because my mum's family was from Plymouth.
Oh, lovely.
Tom Cleverley, my good friend, gave me the stadium for free.
Amazing.
For my mum. So all the lads are down there. The 24th, Team Harvey versus Forever Green, Fulham ex-pros for my mum.
Amazing.
So we're going to honour her that day. Going to bring a pit, it's going to be an emotional day. It's going to be an emotional day, but it's only right. I couldn't have done it. Everyone was like, wouldn't you do a game in South London? No, my mum was Cardiff and Plymouth. You keep thinking, my dad was in the Navy and brought my mum to South London. Their history and all my family is in Plymouth and Cardiff. I said it could only happen at Plymouth. And I swear to God, I said it. This is before I spoke to my events team about doing the game. Swear to God. I went, who's the Plymouth manager? Hayden went, oh, mate, Clevs. I went, God.
Yeah.
God again.
Yeah.
Of all the people that could be the manager of Plymouth Argyle at that time, Tom Cleverley, my friend. I rang up Clevs. He said, Harvey, I got your back. I'd be more than happy. Introduced me to their PR team. I was in Plymouth within a week having a meeting. Game done. Clevs walked in. He had a game the next day. He's walked into his staff, said, give this man whatever he wants for his mum. Take care. Walked off. Back to tactics. What a man.
Some good people.
What a man.
Beautiful.
And I always say, it's the way you treat people. I've grown up with, a lot of these people. I've got respect for them. They've got respect for me. And there's also the way you carry yourself, because people ain't going to go all out for someone that's not a good person nowadays. So there's too many within the football industry, because as I said, this pertains to football. People that I've got a lot of love for: Hayden Mullins, Clevs, Clinton Morrison, Danny Simpson. These are my brothers. These boys. I mean, good guys, man.
Yeah.
It's all well talking about it. Another one that upsets me, and I think Danny's another one. I always say to Danny, he's younger than me, and goes, he gets labelled a lot because, he was a footballer, girls. And that's why Danny always used to call me like, oh, how'd you deal with this? All they do is call me this. I have girls everywhere and the papers, all they do is hammer me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I used to help Danny because Danny's been through a lot mentally. You see, he's doing a lot now for mental health. And I went, you don't know him. He's one of the most kind-hearted human beings you'd ever meet, Danny Simpson. He'll do anything for you. If I ring Danny right now, you know me in my black man's time in, Danny, you got Man United tickets versus Tottenham. It's fucking Man United. So it's not like it's a non-league game. Danny be like, Harvey, bro. Yeah? All right, let me just text Harry Maguire. You're a nightmare. Do you know what I mean? But they love for each other because he knows that I would do the same for him. And I've been through situations where Danny hasn't even wanted to step on the football pitch. And I'm on the phone to him the day before. This is a Premier League winner. Yeah. You don't know what people are going through. And that's why Danny always goes like, me and him always help each other out. Because now Harvey had my back, man. when agents disappeared.
Mm.
When you stop playing, they all go, where's the player liaison when you stop playing?
No, yeah, don't see them.
Where's all the people that, come in the car park and put you in your box with your family? And they go, oh, anything your family, what does your wife need, Macca?
Yeah.
Where are they when you stop playing? If you can make 5 friends at the end of your career within the business that you was in, you've done well.
Mm.
I know who my friends are within music. DJ Spoonie is my friend outside of music. Simon Webb from Blue is my friend outside of music. We speak about normal stuff. I was last week supporting Simon Webb because he's now a Muslim and he was fasting. And I fast every couple of months, but he done it for, he's a Muslim. He done it for 30 days. And I'm ringing him, just giving him moral support. Well done, Simon. Keep it up because it ain't easy not eating. I fasted, So we did that. Them guys there, I've got to give a special shout out because people look at them in a certain light, don't they? Oh, they're pop stars. They got everything. They're footballers. They got everything. So where's the usual? But what about what they're going through mentally? You don't know what Macca's going through mentally.
This is
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly what you just described, Harvey. This is where we became friends. You mentioned it before off air a minute ago about you've been at Brighton to watch a Liverpool game recently and seeing Macca, pictures of Macca, and he hasn't even been back.
Legend.
Yeah.
That's wild to me.
This is not uncommon what you're describing because everyone says the same thing. You were and are still going through this time where you've left an industry.
My transition out has been it's been really tough. I was in it for like 25 years and I suffered all the way through it, and coming out the other side of it, I still suffer now. As I said to you earlier, but like my self-worth is like I don't believe in myself enough. Which
we're like looking at each other. But everyone does the same thing.
Yeah. I get it. But hearing it come from Macca's mouth, a man that I watch playing football, it's wild. But obviously, I've already crossed this bridge with Macca ages ago, because now I know him and I know what he's been through. But when I heard it the first time, not wild me hearing it now, I was like, he's been through all of this. And then obviously meeting Macca's wife and talking to her, and having understanding of the whole situation when I was at Southampton. And having a real deep chat, connecting with you guys that day. I was like, what a beautiful set of people. And I like people that, I don't like people that keep up appearances. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just be yourself, man. I expect you to be real. Like today, on the way, I've had a morning from hell. School run, driver's sick. I'm running to car and no place to spill hot chocolate all over myself. It's just normal life. You know what I mean? I'm flustered when I get here. It's just normal life. But when I hearing it from I remember I live and breathe football. Right from my missus hates Saturdays because she'd be like, this guy, she'd be like, he'd have football on the dodgy stick, watching my non-league players. Dodgy stick? What are you talking about? Wasn't me. And then Sky Sports News in the background. She's like, and then she'd be like, well, all the Premier League's done now, babes. Italian League at 7:45. She's like, because I just love the game. I love the game. I don't think I've ever loved non-league and League 2 and League 1 so much since the Premier League and the Championships become so low block, transitional play, XGs. Like, football's turned into American football. So I reckon if we played in this era, we'd be going to work with iPads. And sitting in meeting rooms going, well, Macca, if you've made 10 runs this game,
100%.
I mean, football can't be played like that. To this day, I always say, it's got to be played on the naked eye. If I'm a fullback and I know Macca makes runs in behind, I know how to hit that diagonal ball. I don't need an XG or an iPad to tell me about the run that he makes because I play with him. I find football bizarre. So I really, like the other day, last Tuesday, I went with Morgs. I went to watch Ebbsfleet versus Maidenhead, and I'm in the away, in the home with all the nutty Maidenhead fans, and they're like, and they're all taking pictures. Harvey, this is Brit. So eating me plant-based burger, watching non-league, and the fans, they respected it. Because I can ring up any non-league owner and go and sit in the boardroom. I know all of them, but I like roughing it sometimes. I like getting in. Like when I go to Ebbsfleet, even though my nephew plays for them and Cokes, who you had on here, who I love, I go down there with the fans, bruv, in behind the goal. Because I just love organic football. I love real football. I love football that's played also with, natural emotion. Not so much now how it's scripted and you're told to do this and, you know what I mean? Transitional play. No. Like, good old Peterborough days, Macca, Aaron McLean, Boydie on the left wing, going at it. That's football to me.
I think
That's football.
It's brilliant that you're now going into this kind of new era of your life where you're obviously, as well as still doing the social stuff, you're a football agent as well.
Yeah.
And
please take away the word agent.
I know, I was about to say. Okay, so when we was outside a minute ago, you looked at each other and you went, "I'm not an agent because I hate agents. We hate agents." What do you call yourself?
A representative.
A representative. Okay,
That's
well,
better.
I'm
That's
glad
it.
you're representing in football because
Yeah.
people, there is. Why do we love football? The emotion attached to it. Why do we hate VAR? Because it takes away some of the emotion. It takes some of the emotion. So to have someone say, "I want to put that back into it for you. I want you to feel it. I want you to be it. I want you to live
yes,
it."
real
Like,
man.
this is what he is trying to do with it, with his coaching now. If you the video you spoke about earlier, talking about this exact point.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
About
This exact point.
Yeah.
playing with passion and enjoyment and
It's the best.
authenticity, which we come across all
Yeah.
the time on which, but like you champion authenticity with who you are, and that's like what we want. We want people, and for me self as well, I'm talking to myself here, is like to champion that authenticity of who you are and own it. And I don't think that in football they're allowed to do that.
They're
as
not.
much,
Agreed.
which is
Own your mistakes and own your highs too, man. Like it's a part of you, isn't it?
yeah.
Like I'm not trying to put out, like I said to you, when I done like the James English podcast, which everyone liked, I'll never forget when James called me in the week, just before I went in and done it. And I remember at first I was like, "James, because your thing goes everywhere."
Yeah.
And he said to me, "Harvey, trust me." He went, "Your people need to hear your life." I still get messages now every day from that James English interview
It was
of people going, "Mate, I love you. I didn't know you was like that. I apologize. I only seen what was, because remember the papers filter you stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
And people are so, I call it, is my famous word. I probably tweet this at least once a month. Brainwash Britain. Yeah? I don't write anything else. Brainwash Britain. You got two sorts of people. You got us that understand the world. We understand what we're in. We understand right now why we're basically in World War III. Because I always said that there's a bit, I remember I watched Terminator, one of them films. A film like Terminator, and there's a saying in one of the films, and he went, "Human nature will destroy itself." That's why humans are stupid. It's all, everything now is just for power.
Yeah.
Think of what we're endangering people over, oil, and it's in the scheme of life, it is ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
So humanity will just destroy itself for the love of power and having more. And then you get us that are individuals, free spirits. We understand the world that we're in. And then you get the other side, the clones. I call them the clones, the brainwashed, the ones that are just influenced by what they watch on TV. They're influenced by people in my position. I find it so bizarre. I was sitting in a coffee shop the other day. My missus said, she goes, "You're deep in." And I went, and I was just watching people. I went, "Don't they all look like clones? Everyone's being told to go to work 9 till 5. You're meant to go to bed at this time. We're meant to live in this system. We then get told we have to pay tax." Now, all the things that they tell us within the system.
Yeah.
How do we know they're all true? Why do we pay tax, but then you still got fucking potholes in the middle of your road? What the hell is council tax? I know we all got to do it.
Yeah.
Is that we're all going to go to our graves, go up to heaven and realise it was all a fucking scam.
Yeah.
We was all living in Super Mario and all getting mugged off. It's the biggest load of bullshit. It's the Matrix, and it's the way them up there that have that power try and put self-control on us. That's why I was in so solid. Everything I've done in my life is rebellious. It's to fight the system. Yeah? So solid. The reason why people loved us, we was the voice of the streets, and we was the voice of the ghetto, and we was the voice of the normal poor person and the middle class person. We're relatable to everyone. Because if lads can go, well, they wear a cap, they wear lots of jewelry, but they made it. They wear their hoods up like this. Don't mean I'm going to kill you. It's who I am.
Yeah.
I'm from the streets. I'm a black man. I wear my hood up sometimes. So what?
See,
You know what I mean?
It's also so important that you
There
can
you
show
go.
your emotions like you have on a podcast.
100%.
So you can show how real it is and
Yeah.
use the voice,
Agreed.
however big or small, just to
Agreed.
showcase that there is. I've battled with this a lot recently, whereas toxic masculinity is big news, right? We're about to go to the gym together. It's okay to be strong. You'd protect your family. You protect your missus. You protect. That's masculinity. but you can still sit down here and cry with two other men.
Exactly. I don't understand how a lot of my boys now have found it so good. Especially when we got older, especially coming from groups like So Solid. Me and Romeo headlined Snow Bombing last year in Austria. And it was the most bizarre, amazing night. So we've come off stage we've done a late show. So we've come off stage about 8 in the evening. And then we got invited by Prodigy's tour manager to go and watch Prodigy because they was at another stage in Austria. So we said, we was with our tour manager. We said, let's go and watch Prodigy, go and show them guys support. So we finished our show. We got round. We watched Prodigy. It was a cracking night. And then a guy who owns a club said, I'd really love Harvey and Romeo to come to my club. I'll look after them all night. So we've had this fantastic night. We're in the club till like 4 o'clock in the morning. And when you're in the Alps, you don't get tired because you know you're above cloud level.
Yeah.
The air's so pure. So I'm like, why is it 5 o'clock in the morning? And I feel like it's like I can go and do a run. Like, this ain't normal. This ain't normal. Romeo's like, way. Like this. Anyway, we're partying with other DJs that are our friends. And everyone's had drinks and everyone's buzzing. And I remember it was the most bizarre hotel. I can't even describe this hotel. We had a trampoline park in our hotel. Mate, this is Austria.
Yeah.
So my DJ, some of the other DJs, they've all gone back to the hotel and they're all fucking off it, like drunk, just doing trampolining at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like going, this is the most bizarre hotel. But it was good banter, everyone's having a laugh. Wicked vibes, do you know what I mean? Me and Romeo have come out the backstage. I don't know how it's gone to the subject. We've just started talking about life. And obviously he started talking about, me being one of the first members to, losing their mum, and Romeo was behind me carrying my mum's coffin. And I can't remember how it led on to it. But it led on to him opening up. Mate, 6 in the morning to 11 in the morning, we sat outside the hotel, left them lot doing trampoline and backflips. And I've never ever in my life, ever seen Romeo cry till last year. And he broke down his life, how he feels about certain things. I spoke about mum. And we both laughed. I'll never forget it. We was there for 4 hours, right? Just vulnerable. No ego. No toxic masculinity, as you said.
Yeah.
And the end line on the last 10 minutes, Macca, we both went, imagine if they had a camera on us. This is 2 guys from So Solid. I mean, Romeo like, when I was 10. And I said, you couldn't write this.
No.
2 geezers that you'd go, these are tough boys.
Yeah.
And Romeo's a tough boy. He's another mentally tough boy. He's been for a lot. Romeo's, it's weird. We've all been for, if you sit down with all the boys on So Solid, we've all got war wounds. Like, I got stabbed here. Asher got stabbed in the back of his head. Romeo got stabbed 6 times in his back. Megan got stabbed there. That one got shot there. I'm like, it's like the walking wounded. Do you know what I mean? But I think we was very appreciative of that, what we've been through, and we're still here. And now that the world, our country look at us as icons and people are more in respect of what we do. I was in an airport one time with Ralph Little, the actor. And Ralph's a lovely guy, but he's very, very insecure. Very insecure. And like you said, yet again, a person that's achieved so much. He was in the royal family. He's a big actor and we love Ralph. He's a lovely guy. And we was in the airport and he went, Ralph needs the adulation, needs to be told he's good. Or he needs to feel it. Kind-hearted guy. And what it was, we kept walking around the airport and he didn't understand why people would just look at me. Like, so, the security man at the airport, and they'd just look at me and just go. And I'd look at them and go. Ralph would be like, then I'd walk into into Boots, and I'd see another guy there, and they'd be like, go. Ralph's like, why do people do this to you? Yeah? And then we was going through security, and then the security guy said, yo, bro, respect. You say you was a big part of my life. You changed my life and your music. And I said to Ralph, there's one thing you have to understand, Ralph. People know I fought to get to where I got to get to. And they understand the journey. And that ain't them going, you're great. Oh, that's Harvey because he's famous. That means they respect the journey. And they're just showing you respect. They respect my work because they know it didn't come easy. I didn't grow up, there's £1 million. I had to go and earn that mill. I had to go and earn that platinum album. I had to go and earn that Brit Award. Do you understand? I had to put the fucking work in.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And Ralph was like, I'm like, you're looking for adulation just so you feel good.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if I walk out here and someone recognises me or someone doesn't. It doesn't define who I am.
Mm.
Yeah, great. A lot of this new era, these new artists, YouTubers, they're all looking for attention. That's why people are now famous for just streaming their life 24/7. Could you imagine Macca streaming your life 24/7? I'd have anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't want you to see my kids and how I breathe and what I do daily. I won't be able to
But
sleep.
is it real though? Is it
real?
Are they really portraying who they actually
Right.
are?
And you're doing it because now you get money and you're monetizing and you've earned 500,000 off it and you're rich. But you know what? You're rich with no soul.
Mm. Oh, cool. No, I was saying, obviously, that conversation with you and Romeo, for me, sometimes it seems like it's not too late, but it's like, why aren't these conversations being done earlier? Like, it's taken me, I'm 42 now, it's taken me this long to speak about what I feel and start to like find myself. It's like it seems to be something when you get to a certain age that you have this conversation. It's like, how do we get that conversation earlier with kids and get them to find themselves and feel themselves, and as you said, like try and find out who they actually are.
Yeah.
How do we go about that? Especially like say people in the public eye, the young footballers now. There's way more pressure. The social media and stuff is ridiculous.
Exactly.
And the money is ridiculous. So how do they have conversations that are honest and draw the real person out?
I know. And I think the pressure of social media, going to your point, is what makes them act out of character because they think they've got to be this person to get. Remember, it's numbers. You're I got this views. That amount of person's watching me, so they keep craving for the attention, craving for it to the point you just leave yourself soulless. What is left of it then? What is left of you? You know, another great advocate and who talks about things like that, Leon McKenzie. You know, Macca, man. Yeah. You know, Macca. Come on, Macca's my brother. Do you know what I mean? I mean, another one. You know, sorry, I forgot to shout out Macca. You know, 3 weeks before my mother passed, he's sitting with my mum, holding her hand and bringing her favorite perfume and. You know, Macca's a good man and he's been through a lot.
Yeah.
You know, Nelly took his life and, you know, his sister took her life. And he says it, man. He went, it's a different world we live in, H. You know what I mean? These kids are craving for this attention. You know, I've got a rule in my house where my son is not allowed to play PlayStation in the week. He is not allowed to go on YouTube Monday to Friday. My daughter's not affected. She likes doing normal things like my daughter's playing with dollies. But my daughter does not care about iPads. She got a TV in her room and she'll just watch her little films. But my son, it affected his behavior. So we had to make a decision. So we said, like I said, when he comes home after school today, he's only allowed to watch a film, because he can watch a film, Netflix or a film on Amazon, or he's obsessed with football. He will literally come home today and watch all the goals of the weekend. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
But all these stupid things that they're putting out on YouTube, these silly visuals, these silly things, you know, what did we do when we was young lads? Played with toys. Oi, the 18. Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah.
That's growing up, isn't it? Sega Mega Drive.
Yeah.
Way, Super Mario Kart. Now it's too much brainwashing.
Yeah.
Too much silly visuals. You know, you've seen that. You know the TikToky program with Louis Theroux the other day.
Yeah.
Awful,
Terrible.
awful. My missus, we watched it. My missus went, "This is what my kids would never watch." I said, "I'm telling you, babe, because my kid's gonna think it's cool to act like that."
Yeah.
Do you understand? They're gonna think it's cool to act like that. You know what I mean? All this bravado and the way, you know, this masculinity.
Yeah.
And all the things that they're doing and all this Andrew Tate era. I'll get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
I was a man way before these guys put on suits and little cravats in their top and standing a certain way and doing all this bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all silly, man. It's all silly. It's all silly. You don't need to tell me how to be a man. I know I wake up in this body every day. Do you know what I mean? And I think self-awareness and understanding yourself.
I think you've answered that beautifully. But I think it's just even more important we do more things like this. You and Romeo sit and do more things like that.
Trust me.
Because you by doing this, because people will look at you and you're someone's hero, someone thinks you're cool, you're an icon. And when you push this message to be vulnerable, but also to be strong, to be able to have a laugh and have that football banter, but to be able to cry with the lads as well. Then it liberates others to do the same.
Telling you.
Then it consciously shines a light on them to say it's okay to be that version of yourself. Because if you're watching the shit that these people are putting out and it's shit, it's fucking
it's awful.
shit.
It's awful.
If you're watching that,
It's awful.
and you idolize these people maybe because they're good looking or they've got some TikTok followers or they got money or they got a nice car, and you tried to replicate that behavior, I mean, you can't even blame the kid because they're just doing what we've always done, looked up to someone and tried to be like them. We looked at footballers growing up and thought, I want to be like them. We did. So you can't even blame the kid even in this situation.
Not at all. It's the era they're in.
We are responsible now to do more stuff like this. We are responsible to take charge of these situations
100%.
and be fucking men in the right way.
100%.
In the right way.
When I play for Inter Legends, you know who I like battering? I love beating the YouTubers. I love battering them. It's so enjoyable.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Macca?
Oh, it is. It is.
Do you know what, right? When we done Southampton, right? That was my first game. And like, we battered them, didn't we, Macca?
Yeah.
Right? Apart from that stupid second half because of the rain.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
But so we've got there, right? And I'm like, I've gone, Jesus, I've just got out of the car and I've got about 25 cameras in my face already. They film everything, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Macca, how many cameras was there that day? Everywhere you went.
It was like there was phones like
everywhere.
constant. Yeah.
Not just us not having like
Maybe for you, not for me. I like
give over. But I mean, there was so many social media outlets, and I'm talking the YouTubers are warming up with gimbals in their hands, and I'm going, this is absolutely ludicrous. Like, at what point are you yourself? Like, when I'm old school. 1:30, you turn your phone off, and you go, and you don't see your phone till 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Innit, Max?
Yeah. We didn't our dressing room. You didn't see anyone. No one had their phones out. We were just having.
We might get 10 seconds where the boys like, you happy to see lads?
Yeah.
That's just like, 'cause you just want to see your boys.
Yeah.
It was bizarre. So I've got there, and I'll never forget, it made me laugh. And he went, you got the YouTube, and I do love him. Specs Gonzalez, he's a character, right? And he made me laugh. He came to me at the end of the game, yeah? He went, oh my God, why are you not so good? Yeah. I goes, you do realise a lot of us are ex-pros and played at top level. He went, we got in the dressing room, yeah? He went, I didn't know how to cope. He said, they all sat there. And I went to him, Specs, you're a lovely guy. But I says, put that on your YouTube. Yeah. And I went, they didn't put out one clip of the game on the YouTube. Yeah. All they done was put out parodies. Because when it is, I realised, I went, you don't never tell the truth, do you? Because you don't let your fans know you got schooled by the old boys and lost 10-1.
It's just clips, isn't it? They put clips. And then,
clickbait.
Yeah, and that's what I get frustrated with when I watch it, because it was like with my boys, he wants to be a footballer and stuff, but he obviously sees them doing everything perfect.
Yeah.
But even it doesn't have to be football. There's obviously scenarios that everything's perfect, and we all know in life is not like that. So it's with my boy at the moment, it's trying to understand life isn't perfect.
No,
and
that's right.
Like, it's hard for me. But this is what I want to do more of, is show my failures.
Yes.
So people understand and champion failure and champion mistakes, because those are way more important than the successes. But we're such a society at the moment which is success, and don't want to show anything vulnerable. But I think the more we show failing, then succeeding, which is said, like your career has been built on that, and this is why you are such an amazing man.
Yeah,
that you are. Yeah, and you've had those trials and errors that has made you who you are.
Yeah,
and these guys haven't, and this is why I think they're quite weak as a society.
Exactly.
They haven't had that failure and then gone, okay, how do I deal with that failure? How do I overcome it? Oh, and then I've achieved my success, but then I failed again, and then
strength struggle. That's why I got the So Solid logo. 21 for 21 seconds that changed my life. Strength struggle, because that's my life. I can't put glory and perfect.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't add up. Like glory and perfect life.
It's a perfect time for this question.
Yeah.
It's a perfect time for this question, hearing you say that. And this is the last thing we always ask people. And I'm so excited for your answer. We should have pre-warned you on this, because there's an easy way out. And I'm going to take the easy way out.
Yes.
You're not allowed to say becoming a father.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to say that.
It is an easy way out.
Yeah. And of course, I know that's the thing you're most proud of. I've heard you speak so beautifully about your kids. But in all of that you've done, and it doesn't have to be kind of the Brit or anything like that. It doesn't have to be. It can be anything you want it to be. It could be something you came through. It's how you manage a situation. It could be an award. It could be a situation. It could be a moment. What are you most proud of in yourself?
This is going to be deep, Right. No mystery. I don't talk to my father. We just don't gel. Okay. I would never ever publicly humiliate my father. Do you know what I mean? Out of respect, because he taught me how to be a man, and he's, my dad's done well, and he's done his thing. But one thing, fame changes your family. They always say you changed, but it's them that change around you. You're the easy guy to blame, innit? You know what I mean? I've seen family do some really crazy stuff. People, family members I don't even deal with on any level out of my success. My father, when I was in the paper for the affair, I was blacklisted everywhere, lost sponsorship. All the red tops was killing me. Couldn't earn a check nowhere. I had to go and do a tour abroad to get money in and put on a comedy show to get money in because they wasn't letting me earn money on any angle, especially all the papers. They were all in bed with each other. So I'm like, great. My father, I fell out with my father. I'll never forget this. My dad was managing me and there was some real dodgy stuff going on and I found out what was going on. My last argument with my father. I said, how can you say this as my dad? And he went, you're done over here, ain't you? Yeah? Might as well go abroad. So, okay, no one ain't going to touch you here. And he said it like there was joy in his voice. Because my mother used to say, your success affects your own dad. He should be proud of you. But it's like he wants to be where you are. And he said it. And I couldn't believe my father said that to me. My father. Basically, he's happy to see me buried in this hole. And so the proudest moment was coming back and being who I am.
Beautiful.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
That's
The Phoenix.
proudest moment. Because when how can I say that to my son or my daughter?
Yeah.
I'm their biggest supporter. Do you know what I say to my kids? I want you to be 10 times better than me. 10 times.
I believe it as
Do you
well.
know what I mean? When my people come up to me and go, Harvey, your son must be a good footballer like you. I'm like, no, my daughter's better than him. It doesn't mean because he's a boy. You know what I mean? Son's good too. Lovely goal yesterday, my boy. But my daughter, she's a player. She can read the game. Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
Looks after the ball, centre half, wakes up in the morning, dad, put my strappings on. You know what I mean? She's like Van Dijk at the back. I'm like, geez. So stop going by these narratives that my boy must be a good footballer. Do you know what I mean? It's obviously the DNA's gone to her.
Yeah.
So it's just the way the life works out. And I took her to watch Lauren James the other day. He's a good friend. And Lauren was in the bar and Lauren said, make sure you play with boys. That's how you become good because they rough you up. And I went, well, if Lauren does it, she's an international footballer. We're going to listen to Lauren. So the other day, my daughter played for her brother's team. But that there, jokes aside, is just, you know, your parents are everything to you, aren't they? So when you hear when your parents say that to you, you're like, if you're trying to hurt me, what does it mean if someone else hurts me down the road? And yeah, who I've become. Because he said that to me when I went through the affair. I was 25 years old. And I'm 46, 47, couple of months. And I've achieved so much since then. Beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah. That's my proudest moment. Because yeah, I love it. Do you know what it is sometimes? Some people got to learn this art. There's some real horrible people out here that are out here right now wishing bad on your spirit.
Yeah.
Because they're not secure within themselves. They just got really, I call them dark souls, dark spirits. I cannot sit in my house and wish bad on someone. Good luck to you. Do you know what I mean? If I see like Ashley Waters now flying, people would be like, someone's put the other day, he's now the biggest member of So Solid. He's bigger than all of them. I went, he fucking deserves it because he's had it tough. Because Asher didn't used to get the adulation that Romeo and Harvey used to get. And they think we're all going to be like, we're like, yes. My best mate just won a BAFTA for a film that he's written. How can I be jealous of him? That's my brother. Be fucking proud. Now is his time. Let him have his time. Don't be resentful to someone's success because we've all had our time, Macca. And I've had a glorious life and I'm very, very thankful to God. So, yeah, that was the glorious. Now, gospel truth, apart from grieving, which I'm still dealing with, my missus is so good because my missus is in the mental health sector. She helps me a lot because I can talk to her and express myself. As well as, you know, instead of going down the road to see someone. Yeah. She talks to me. How do you feel? Like, or I said to her, like, last week was weird. For the first time, I didn't feel like getting out of bed. Strange. But it was because it was Mother's Day. And obviously something's in my soul's not making me feel comfortable. Woke up one day. She couldn't believe it. I'm so active. So like a Tuesday. She left. She came back. I was still in. She was like, have you been gym? No. I just don't want to do nothing.
The life you've led, you deserve some rest.
Yeah, I don't want to do nothing. I'm actually going to have a spliff at 2:00 in the afternoon. She was like, have it, babe. you're entitled to it.
Mm.
She goes, I feel shit. Think about mum.
You deserve it.
So, okay, I'm going to be lazy today. Yeah. Yes. And she was like, do what you want. Because you're a great dad. You work your arse off. The Family Diary is like fucking a movie. Do you know what I mean? Have one day at home, babe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
So that's one of my favourite answers to that question ever.
Yeah.
And a wonderful way to finish up. And
That's been
I think
awesome.
it's been amazing. And we can safely say, like we said earlier in the podcast, you are the man today because of what you've been through, not in spite of it. And you embody that. And it was a real...
Thank you, chaps, man.
Absolute
It's been a pleasure, man.
It's a real honour
It's
to
been a
listen.
pleasure. Such a powerful circle of people, like, and different, like, we've all been through different stuff. Like, you lot's journeys is just as amazing, because I'm just like, I never thought in my lifetime that I'd be sitting down getting interviewed by Craig McKell-Smith. What the fuck?
It could be worse.
Yeah, I said that the other
Let me
day.
have my moment.
When we were getting the sorting the tickets out for you, I was like, I messaged the guy and he's like, oh yeah, they're for Craig McKell-Smith. And he's like, Craig McKell-Smith? Yeah. And he said, yeah, but not for Craig, they're for Harvey from So Solid. And he was like, how does that work? And I was like,
you put us together, would you?
Yeah,
We're boys.
But when we met, it was the best thing ever.
I just love this guy.
Let me tell you. This is why I had these words tattooed on my arm. I dreamt of days like this.
Exactly.
If you'd have told me, fucking when I was coked out my nut, being just a terrible human being, I'd be sat here with two people like yourselves. I dreamt of days like this.
It's crazy.